afternoon. Friday afternoon is not always a good part of the day because we always look forward to finish our job and rush home. But this afternoon is afternoon that's different from other Friday afternoon. Because we are here to give life and hope to two daughters of Fiji who have been living on the street for some time. The Permanent Secretary for Ministry of Local Government, Acting CEO and Chair, Suva City Council, Special Administrator, staff of Suva City Council, General Banks of Public Rental Board. Also acknowledge presence of the key stakeholders that are here with us, Fiji Police Force, Fiji Council of Social Services, and other non-governmental organizations who have been supporting this course. Members of the media, invited guests, they're not forgetting our very generous business owner, probably Cappuccino, being here with us this afternoon. Once again, very good afternoon to you all. As alluded to earlier by Acting CEO for Suva City Council, early this year, I remember it was in February. I was just looking from my office and I thought of visiting the Albert Park. I've got a balcony overlooking the Albert Park. So I told my driver that I wanted to go and see Albert Park. From there, I told my driver, let's drive across, let's try and drive through the Eastern Garden. And at that time I was taking a walk. I was walking around. I just want to know what's happening at this garden, because I've been hearing a lot of stories about things that are happening in the Eastern Garden, as well as our own people who have been using this garden as a place they have been calling their home for some years. And I came across a group of ladies who have been using one of the shelter, one of the structure at the garden to be used. They've been sheltering there for some time. And I kept on and I interviewed them where they come from, how many years have they, or how many months have been living on the street of Suva, as well as what the reasons for why they prefer to live on the streets of Suva. And it's very encouraging to know that we've got young people, we've got skills, young people who are educated enough to move on with their lives. And then I called CEO of the council if we can organize a meeting again later in the evening. And I asked the girls, make sure you also invite other girls to come and join us. So when we reached there about 7, in, in the evening, you could see a big number of ladies as well as gentlemen that were there to meet with us. And it was indeed a very, for me, it's just like an eye-opener because we always talk about our street kids, our street dwellers, but we, as individuals, as communities, we're not doing enough to ensure that we reach out to them and assist them and make sure that either they go back to their homes, go back to their families, or move on with their lives. And we've been meeting with the Superstate Council for quite some time. And two ladies that we have here, one from Telebu, one from Namosi. Very, very talented. They are also well educated. And I remember two things came out that evening. One, you wanted to have employment. Second thing, they want to be accommodated. They want an accommodation. So these are two things that were in my mind when I left that evening. I think most of our people that are using our streets, not only in Suva, other streets in other municipalities, I think these are the two things that they cry, that they always want to have. That is, one is to have employment, to have a source of living, and secondly, a place where they can call their own, a place where they can call their home. And for these young kids or young ladies, life on the street is not an easy one. It's hard, I know it's hard, it's difficult, and it's also very heartbreaking. Sometimes when you talk to them and you ask them, how do you live, how do you survive on a daily basis? And it's very interesting to know that they say they always come together, collect money, contribute, and they'll go, one has to go out and buy something, buy a biscuit or noodles where they can come and have together with those that they have been living on that particular shelter. And every day, these street youths wake out with the comfort of their home, or the comfort of a home, the warmth of a meal, or the safety of a loving family. Their beds are pavement, bus stops, market, or even park benches. Their days are filled with begging, selling small items, or simply wandering, trying to survive another day. And many of the children have been abandoned by even their own families, often who have run away from abuse at home. With no one to protect, they face hunger, violence, and exploitation. Without access to education, medical care, or guidance, these kids are trapped in a cycle of poverty and danger. They often turn to glue, alcohol, other drugs to escape their pain. But instead of finding peace, they lose their health, their childhood, and sometimes their lives. Yet behind the dirt and torn clothes are children with dreams. They want to be doctors, they want to be teachers, mechanics, other jobs, even entrepreneurs. What they need is not judgment, but a chance in life. And that is why we are here today. to give these two beautiful ladies a chance in life they once thought was near impossible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd given my word to the two ladies that their coalition government, through my ministry, Super City Council, and the Public Rental Board, thank you, General Manager, will assist them to realize their dreams. Today, I'm humbled to join you all in witnessing a momentous event that will change the lives of these young women. The team from Super City Council has been constructing a kiosk near the Super Municipal Market, as earlier shared by Acting CEO, and I will be handing over to the ladies today. They will now have a stable source of income from selling small items from their new kiosk. Unaka, Wogalebu Super City Council team. We're also joined by the General Manager of the Public Rental Board, who is here to assist the Public Rental Board flat for the young ladies, so that they don't have to sleep. So they don't have to sleep on the streets anymore. Our level Public Rental Board. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would also like to acknowledge the management of the Republic of Capuchinos, I hope my pronunciation is right, for stepping forward in sponsoring the items that will be sold by the young ladies. Thank you for your kind support towards this initiative. To the two ladies, now that you have been given an opportunity to start a new life, don't ever look back. Be an example to every youth out there facing the same situation, that it's not the end of the world. I plead with everyone this afternoon. We all have a part to play. From key stakeholders to the media, we need to come together to help these young ones. They are our leaders of tomorrow. When we lend a lending hand, we're not just giving them a job, we are not just providing shelter, we are not just handing out meals. We are assisting in the decrease in crime rate, drug abuse, decrease in admission, in mental asylum, and most importantly, we're helping to build a better and a brighter future, a Fiji for our children. Nabalebu, may God bless us all. May God bless Fiji.